Previously on Childhood Sweethearts. As we walked into the bowling alley, Carter's fingers entwined with mine. My cheeks were beginning to hurt from smiling so much. I was finally with the boy that I loved. This night was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Until I heard Mercedes' voice, and my good mood evaporated instantly. Well. Isn't it the perfect couple? Did Carter ever tell you about how he rocked my world? It was amazing. He moaned Before she went on any further, I lunged forward and slapped her hard across the face. If you open your mouth and say another word, I am going to rip out your tongue with my bare hands. Or, better yet, how about I do that now? She swallowed, taking a few steps back. Lace? An enraged growl tore from my throat. I knew I had been a bad best friend, but I would never do anything like this to her. Before I could hit Mercedes again, Carter's strong arms wrapped around me, pulling me back.
I know you're mad and I know we have a lot to talk about, but you need to stop.
I stopped my attempt to break from his arms, and after a few moments, Carter's grip went slack as he stepped away from me warily. You think I'm mad? You think we have a lot to talk about? I don't ever want to speak to you again. I'll be gone by the time you get home. I'd rather live on the streets than be anywhere near you. I turned around from him before he could say anything. My eyes were stinging as I whispered to Mercedes quietly, "And you, Mercedes, you are dead to me." Her mouth popped open. She looked shocked. Is she serious? Our friendship was already in dangerous waters. It couldn't possibly handle anything like this. With that, I stormed out of the bowling alley and walked over to Carter's car and kicked it. I began beating at the windows, tires, anything I could touch. It was a way to let some of my pent-up anger out. Since I can't hit the target, I actually want to. I heard him yell after me. His footsteps began to thunder on the path. Hurting his car was the way to hurting his heart. He loved this thing. With one final punch, I struck my fist onto the front screen. A crack formed underneath my knuckles. My hands burned and stung, blood forming on them, but I didn't care. I hardly even felt the pain. Calmly, I walked from his car as if nothing had happened. I didn't stop walking until my feet hurt, and my back was sore, and my head was hanging. I walked over to a park and perched myself on one of the swings. Only then, I let myself cry. I was crying so hard that it hurt. My cheeks ached. I clawed through my clothes as if that would ease the pain my heart was feeling. I wanted to die. I struggled to breathe as I rocked back and forth. I felt completely ruined. I don't care if I'm being dramatic. If you were completely in love with someone, only to have them toy with you and break your heart over and over again, you would probably feel this way as well. But what I didn't expect was my best friend not only want to ruin my relationships, but my next one as well. I hated her so much, but not as much as I hated him or myself for letting myself get close to Carter Williams again.
I felt sick to my stomach. Sleep was a distant concept to me. It had been 2 days and I heard nothing from Lacey. No one has. I can't sleep. I can't eat. And there's this numb, empty feeling in my chest. I have never experienced anything like this before. I was a complete jerk and deserve this. The amount of times I had attempted to call or text her is ridiculous. I don't even care if she doesn't want to talk to me. I just need to know she is okay, that she is alive.
Are you attempting to skin yourself alive?
What are you doing here, and how did you get in?
Is that the way you really should be speaking to the mother of your child?
I wore protection. Didn't think that one through, did you?
You need to face the facts. I'm pregnant. You're the father, and underneath your whole player and jerk facade, you're genuinely a good guy. I know you will do whatever possible for your child. I may not be the person you want me to be, but you can't deny our child of the life it deserves.
I would be the best father in the entire world. If only it was mine.
Why don't we get a DNA test then? If you don't believe me. Jesus, get over yourself, Carter. You can't act like you're innocent in this. If you hadn't seduced me, as you do so many other girls, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
It was a stupid move, I know. I hate myself every day for even touching you.
I hate you.
How are you feeling?
Shattered, broken, miserable. When you found out I cheated on you with Carter, is this how I made you feel?
Well, yes. I felt miserable for a while because I loved you. No, I did not feel broken. I knew I would be okay because I expected this from the start. Not you cheating, of course, but I knew your history with Carter. I took the risk anyway because I wanted to be with you. It was good. Amazing while it lasted. But I don't regret, for 1 second, ever being involved with you.
I stared at him for a moment, shocked at his words. He was so amazing. Why could I not return his love? Why did I have to always make the wrong decisions and be with the wrong boys? Boy, anyway. You are too good for me. I don't deserve someone like you.
You deserve the world at your fingertips.
I glanced up and he was staring right into my eyes, as if he knew me better than I knew myself. Something inside my chest swelled. He wasn't Carter, but he was a nice, caring guy who loved me. Why couldn't I have stayed with him? So do you. Aiden slid an arm around my shoulders and hugged me close to him. I nuzzled my face into his chest, seeking his warmth. Although it had been sunny out, my body had remained cold. I was beginning to question whether I would feel warm again.
I was wrong about Mercedes. I genuinely thought she was a good person. Fills me with Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Carter.
I clambered to my feet in an attempt to run before he saw me, but it was too late. Our eyes met, and the wind was knocked out of me. Carter looked terrible.
Nice to see you alive. I get that you don't want to talk to me, but hell, my mother has been trusted to look after you. You couldn't find it in your heart to call her and say you're alive? That you're okay? The police were notified and about to send out a search party before someone said they saw you fitting your description in this area. I just knew it had to be here. Our place. Our special place, and you brought him here?
Everything he said was right. I was angry and upset, but that didn't give me a right to run off and make everyone so worried.
Maybe I should go. I'll call you later. Like hell you will.
Like you have any right to dictate who can and cannot call me? Don't act like you care about me now. The continuous amount of times you've gone out of your way to hurt me shows that you don't.
There's so much of that night of your 16th birthday that you don't know.
He limped, as if in physical pain, while his eyes pleaded for me to understand. It wasn't just the whole sleeping with my best friend and getting her pregnant thing that had me so annoyed. It contributed greatly, of course, but it was the fact that every time I got close to him, he would do something to push me away. I paused and stared into those eyes I love so much. Is it true? Is there really something I don't know about the night that ruined us? Did I even want to know?
I didn't want to leave you that night. I could have stayed like that for the rest of my life, I promise you. But I needed to leave.
The anger inside me fizzled out. I felt exhausted. I sat down and collapsed onto the step, unable to support my own weight anymore. He sat on the bottom step and looked up at me. I felt empty. I stared coolly down towards him, giving up on being sad and angry. I was just tired of all my emotions and feelings. With a sigh, I rubbed my face roughly. Tell me everything.